Word, Module 7, Illustrating Documents with Graphics, Independent Challenge 1. You can follow the book's directions, but they are slightly off and it will give you a difficult time. So it'd probably be best to follow along here. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm just showing you what we have so far, and this will be 2 pages. The first page will have the picture, it'll have word art, it'll have different text here, but it'll be in 2 columns, whereas the second page will be just 1 column. So let's go back to view, and I'm going to choose 100%, and I'll select the title, Spring Bulletin, insert, and choose word art. You can select anything you'd like. This is the one that the book selected, which is fine. You can extend it to the full length of the document, and we'll go into what's called text effects and transform, and the book recommended the double wave up down. And then for the color, they had a certain color for the fill, but I'm going to go into what's called gradient and then choose more gradients. And I've already been experimenting with this. So if you choose gradient fill, you have gradient stops, and it usually comes with 4. They look like paper clips, but they're all the same color. So I clicked each tab or paper clip and chose a different color, and you can get rid of if you don't want all 4, or you can add more. And then as you change the colors, as you move your tabs, you can get less or more of a color. So it's up to you how you want to set it up, but I think this was definitely more eye-catching. So if you wanted to do that, that's fine, or you could use these preset colors, whatever you feel like doing. So I've done that, and I'm going to click X out of here. Now, the book says, so we want the picture to, the word art to go within the picture in the sky. So they have you choose through, and then it separates it. So then what I did is I chose in front of text, and it'll work. But I'm going to come back to that in a minute because I want to change the actual picture. So the picture is just a simple rectangle, and they want you to change the shape of it. So click Picture Format, the arrow for more options on crop, and then crop to shape. And the book suggested in flowchart punched tape, but I'm going down to stars and banners and selecting the double wave. And it's just a little too large, so I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to change the width of it to 6.5. And now when I choose the word art text, I'm going to choose in front of, and then it's within, it moves a little bit smoother than the last one, which was the through. So once you have your picture, you can adjust it too if you want. Maybe move the word art just down slightly. Good. And if you have any extra space, you can get rid of the space that's in here. Just delete. And we're going to change the paragraphs a little bit. So Clinic News is actually going to be on page 2. So you're going to start with giving back and all the way through donation hearts to $2,000. Select that. And then you can cut and paste, or what I'm going to do is just hold in the gray and drag it right to Clinic News. And keep it selected, because these are the 4 columns that will be placed into 2 columns. Notice I do not have anything else, just the 4 that I want into 2 columns. This Clinic News is actually going to be on page 2 and remain in 1 column. So with this selected, choose Layout, choose Columns, More, and I want 2, and the spacing between, I don't want it so wide, I'm going to make it less, 0.2, put a line between it, and OK. And then click to the 2000, after the 2000, and I just want to see where the cursor is. It should be to the left of the paragraph symbol, so I want to make sure I'm on that side. And then you'll choose Layout, Breaks, and select Continuous. Then from this point on Clinic News, you want this on another page, so click Breaks and then choose Next Page, and it stays in the 1 column. and this is in 2 columns. All right, so now go down to page 2 where the picture of the women in the pink shirts are. Select it, Control X to cut, and then I'm going to click in the blank space underneath the 2 columns. So I want to be right to the left of the section break, and then I'll choose Paste. And we'll be moving this picture so that it comes onto the first page. So if you choose that in front of, then again you can move the picture more exact. And we're going to be changing this anyway. So what you'll do is you'll select Picture Format, Picture Layout. The book had you first choose this one, Bending Picture Blocks, and then they have you go change it to Caption. So I'm going to go Captioned first. And see, now we have plenty of room. Click the caption and actually type the first one. And then now I'll put in the next one. If you put all the other 2 caption boxes, you don't get the text box, so do it one at a time. So with this one selected, I'm going to click the up in the left hand corner where it says Add Shape, click the down arrow and choose Add Shape After, and immediately with that text box, otherwise you lose it, type the next one. I'll get the picture after. Now just click Add Shape and you'll get another one, and we'll extend the size of this, but type in your caption first. And then I'm going to select the border of the Smart Art and go to Format, and the size we'll type in 6.5 so it goes across the screen. And then the pictures that you're going to click the Insert Caption and get the pictures that you have saved on your in your document area. So with the Smart Art selected, the book doesn't have you do this, but I go into Smart Art Design, and if you wanted to try a different layout, you could. You could also change the colors if you wanted to. All right, so now we're on page 2, and it should start with Clinic News. I just did that accidentally, but if you see this triangle, if you click it, what it does is it hides the paragraphs under it. Why would you want to do that? Not sure, so I'll just get it back. But that's what the triangle does. So if you did it accidentally, don't panic. You didn't lose anything. You just collapsed it. It was hiding. So congratulations in the paragraph below it. They want to put it in a box so it stands out. So select it, choose Insert, Text Box, and use Draw. Do not select one of these. Select Draw Text Box. So it puts it in a text box for you. And then in Shape Format, the textbook is asking for this one right here, Subtle Effect, Yellow, Accent 5. But you can select anything you'd like. And then you can even change it a little more. If you like to go into Shape Outline and choose There's Sketched, if you want to choose that. You can choose the weight of it so it's a little bit clearer to see. And then you can actually change the color of it. So that's in Shape Outline, either dashes, and those are the dots. You can select anything you'd like. And then click below it. Now here you're going to get a paragraph that was from a different document. You could go and open that document, select everything, copy it, come back to this one and paste. Or go to Insert and then right to Object, Text from Object, and go to where you saved them on your device, and it's called Support WD Education, and then Insert, and there you have it. So we only need one more picture, so we'll go back to Pictures, and hopefully it'll be from your area where you saved them. It's a group of doctors and nurses working together, and it's going to be large. And we can first change the picture effects if you want, different shape. And then again, in order to get it into the right side of the text, I have no trouble when I do in front of text. And it just goes in the wrong place, but that's easy enough. Just drag it with the 4 arrows to where you want. I think mine's a little big. And just move it right about here. And then you have this anchor. I'm just going to move it up so that it's even with continuing education, so it's locked in with this paragraph. And if we view it now, multiple pages, so it looks like a very fancy flyer. So here on the first page is the word art, and then you have 4 paragraphs that are split by a column with a line between them, and then you have caption boxes underneath. And on page 2 you have it all in one column. You have a text box, you have inserted text from a completely different document, and you have a picture. Save and submit.